All right, it is 11:19 on Thursday, September 29th. It is a brisk 55 degrees outside. Welcome back to the second edition of the WLC Sports Podcast. Do we have a real name for this yet, or is that still what we're... I think last time I said Sword Streaming Sports Podcast, but I feel like that's a very long...
It's wordy. It's not
drawn-out title.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, we're still here. They didn't fire us yet. Jack Stern, Jon Kannenberg, we're your hosts. We have our first guest with us today. We got Jalen Harris joining us.
How you guys doing?
We're gonna talk about some football a little bit. Because big weekend for WLC football, homecoming weekend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Pulling out the win against Lakeland, 25-21.
Yep.
Nice comeback late in the game.
What can you tell us about that? What was the secret to success in that game?
Secret to success I can say is our quarterback Matt Davis. I feel like he's really starting to come into his own. He's really starting to get confident in what he can do. We can tell on the sideline every week since week one we can tell on the sideline that he's getting more confident. He's understanding what he has to do. He's understanding his role in our offense. And I think Lakeland week was really a week where he really understood that, okay, this is when I have to really start taking over. I have to be more composed. I have to be more calm. Week one he knew everything. Week one he knew everything he had to do. It was just everything was technical wise. Sometimes he'd be too front loaded and the ball would release high or the ball release low. So that's why pretty much if everybody started streaming, they're like, why is throwing so high? Why is throwing to the ground? And then excuse me. And then week two, we had some good drives early in the game, and just snowball effect. One thing that could go wrong, everything just started to go wrong. So that's why I'm pretty sure a lot of people was calling for his head week 3. I'm pretty sure a lot of people. A lot of people even told me hey, you think you guys should just switch quarterbacks? Get somebody else up in there. And I'm just in my mind, I'm when he figures this out, you guys are gonna look pretty stupid when he figures this thing out. And week three, we could just tell because Matt's biggest thing for him is his legs. He ran the triple option, the read option in high school, and he was very effective in that. He never really threw the ball a lot in high school. Okay. So we are predominantly passing offense. We're predominantly RPO team. Mm-hmm. So with him, he if it's not there, he's real big on I'm using my legs. He didn't use his legs at all to the second quarter. First quarter, he was completely composed, stayed in the pocket, delivered the ball exactly where it needed to be every single time. And the only time he actually ran the game was when it started to break down, and it didn't break down for him to second quarter. But the whole nuance of the game everything started to get slower and slower to him. I can remember him on the field telling Tresky hey, we got this. I'm getting this coverage right here, and it's on run thing. It's on simple running downs. I'm giving the ball and I'm looking. I'm okay. Matt literally sees they're rolling the safety. They're rolling this way. They're trying to stop this. We can throw this, and literally we're on the sideline every single time. He's telling Tresky these things, and we can just really tell that everything was in his hands. So that's why he was also voted after that. He was voted the offensive player of the game. I think he threw for 305 yards and two touchdowns. Ran for about, I want to say he ran for 60 yards.
Impressive.
So he accounted for a good portion of our offense. So I think honestly what really clicked was Matt Davis and him starting to understand his role in the offense.
That's awesome. Yeah. And just I think we talked the first episode about just utilizing guys, and especially with how many new freshmen there are this year, and just incoming people, just figuring out the strengths and all that stuff. So I looked and I saw that the last time that WLC beat Lakeland was back in 2016. So does it mean extra to you to win against a team that you haven't beaten in a while, and especially in the homecoming weekend?
Actually, I think your synopsis might be wrong because we were told because we were told that we hadn't beat Lakeland since 2012. That's what we were told.
Okay.
Because the trainer
even longer.
The trainer on our team, he started in 2015, Andre Daniels, and he said that we've never beaten them since I've been here, and a couple of coaches that's been on longer, since about 2000. They said last time we beat them, I remember that was about 2012. It was homecoming. It was homecoming that time too. So about 2012. I think the win really helped us like to really build our confidence. You know, I mean, I'm a senior here. I've been here 4 years, and you know, we always get our wins mostly towards the back end of the season, like week 7 or week 6 when we play Rockford or somebody.
Right.
So to beat a team like Lakeland, who's, you know, I mean, it's no secret. Like last couple of years, they've given it to us.
Yeah.
So I mean, to go out there and have like a statement win on homecoming in front of the whole student section, in front of the whole WLC family was really good for us. And I think it really shows the freshmen and younger guys that, you know, like no matter what the past what the past entails, you can always rewrite, you can always write your own future. And I love that because like a lot of the guys, like, you know, some of the freshmen, their first win ever was against Lakeland. You know, my first win was against, again, like I said, Rockford.
Right.
You know, like I mean, like, you know, I remember freshman year, the seniors were telling us, like, when we played Lakeland that week, they were just like, oh man, how much we gonna lose by this week? You know, now we have the confidence, like, you know, a team that's been so historically good in Lakeland to actually beat them and actually like be able to tell ourselves that, okay, like, you know, we can really do something now. This will really help our confidence, help the team morale as well. I feel like it was also good for Coach Tresky because that was his last coaching job before he came here, because he was offense coordinator there for, I believe, 4 or 5 years. So like he learned a lot while he was there, and you know, we can always tell that Lakeland week was a big week for him because like always wants to get, you know, you always want to get the monkey off your back, you know, and that's right. And you know, he's never been able to get him. You know, every single time we play, they always talk trash to Tresky every single time the players. I remember second game he ever coached was Lakeland this COVID season, and they would come in here, and I just remember whenever a Lakeland player was close to our sideline, they were always just looking at him like, Tresky, what's up? Hey, Tresky, what's up? And we were just looking, we were like, man, like we feel bad for losing this game, but I can already tell how he feels. Yeah. You know, so I mean, so to actually get the monkey off your back and actually beat them was pretty great for us.
Yeah, I believe that. And so you talked about you're a senior this year, and I know I've seen on like your Snapchat story. You were at the JV game, like doing some coaching the other day. So what is like? How do you feel about your role as like a leader on the team this year, being one of the oldest guys on the team, and seeing those losses in the past that kind of like you're trying to translate now into wins against these teams? I feel like
my biggest thing right now is like I really want to instill confidence in the guys that are coming up. Yeah. Because I mean my freshman year, no secret, I think we won 2 games, Rockford and Chicago, and you know, those were the games that, you know, everybody kind of expected us to win because we had a historical tradition of beating them consecutive years. But like the teams like Lakeland, Benedictine, Eureka, those are the teams that's always given us trouble, and we hadn't beaten them in a long time. And I remember the seniors that year, you know, they were mainly talking about, you know, again, how much we're gonna lose by this week, or like there wasn't really any confidence going into that week. They were just going through the motion and just trying to finish their last year playing football. So I feel like this year I really want to show these guys that, you know, like no matter what their name is or who they are, we can really do something and, you know, compete with anybody that steps on the field with us. Yeah. And you know, going to the JV game, and they played they beat St. Norbert 21-20. And you know, last year Norbert was one of those teams that gave it to us last year. Okay. So you know, we're hoping to go out there and get them next week after we play Aurora. As going out there and watching them play St. Norbert and saw how confident they were, and like how confident in the growing element of like them going out there and playing against them, and like them always asking me questions like, how can I be better at this? How can I do better at this? And everything. That really lets me know that my role is to like really help these guys grow their confidence to play these teams like that. You know, teams that have been so successful in the past, and WLC football hadn't been as successful as these programs, but right. But as long as we're continue to grow and everything, and just believe in ourselves and have them believe in themselves, that I feel like they can go out there and beat those and even compete with teams like that. So I just want to be able to just show them the way, and like just help them to grow their confidence, you know, just be a better leader than what I've had in the past.
Yeah. No, I totally understand that. That's a great thing, and I wish you luck with doing that. And I think I got one more question for you. So now with the win against Lakeland, right? How does it feel to have more wins than the Las Vegas Raiders?
Usually in the past, the Raiders would have had a win by now. And WLC, we'd be fighting for our lives to get a win right now. So to have the table, so to have the tables turned, I usually go in there. I usually go in every weekend in the past and be like, oh, we lost this week. Hopefully the Raiders can win. So hopefully my weekend can be a little better, But Lakeland weekend when we actually won, I remember I told my teammate Brevin Jayla, and I was like, man, this weekend can be so great. If we won today, Raiders win tomorrow, and the Bears lose, and then it ended up happening that we ended up losing, but the Bears did lose to the Packers that weekend. So that was kind of I got 2 out of 1, so I felt really good about that. So it was one of those. It was one of those. I didn't go 3-0, but it was one of the more happier weekends I've had in a while. So.
I had to ask. I saw you wearing the hat. I know you're a big fan.
I feel like from the moment he walked in here, John was like sitting on that question from the very start.
As soon as we asked him to come on the show, I've been waiting to ask him.
You've been sitting on that all week, and I'm sure you're like super proud of yourself for coming up with that question.
Sure.
I am. I am. But all right. So we talked a lot about football. Do we want to move on to another team that also got the homecoming win? Men's soccer team.
Yeah, what? Keep it going as long as we're on positive themes right now.
Yeah,
positive vibes on the WLC Sports Pod.
So I saw that the men's soccer team did take the win against Illinois Tech. Mm-hmm. They won 4-1 homecoming week as well.
That's nice.
They've been pretty successful. Like they've had a couple losses, but for the most part they've been playing well. I saw they won against Edgewood yesterday as well. And I also took a note that this Sunday, so I guess the day before this comes out, they'll be playing at Lawrence, and their stadium is called the Banta Bowl.
Oh wow!
And I think
the Banta Bowl.
I don't know. What do you think about that name?
The Banta Bowl.
The Banta Bowl. Like it's probably a person, right?
Right. Like we got to find out where this came from.
Of course, most definitely.
I'm gonna look this up. Banta Bowl.
I just feel like of all the stadiums that like I've seen.
Okay, they have there's like a whole website,
a dedication,
a whole page for it on Lawrence's website. Okay. There was a renovation in 2015. Okay, here we go. The football/soccer facility at Lawrence would not have been possible without the generosity of George Banta Jr.
There it is.
The Banta Bowl was rededicated after Banta's death in his honor on September 23rd, 1978. Okay, so it's named.
I feel like that's a cool stadium name. Like the Banta Bowl sounds very like official.
Yeah, that's
something like that.
Like, imagine because if you're basing it off the last name, like what happens if it was like based off of someone who just had like a really like
a terrible
last name, like like it's what if it's one of those last names that's like 15 letters long and like nobody knows how to pronounce it?
Yeah, it's got like the weird combo of letters. Yeah, no Banta Bowl. It's got the alliteration. It's nice.
Yeah. It all came together, I think.
You think you could play soccer, Jayla?
Oh, that's a lot. I know one thing. That's a lot of running. One of my former roommates. He used to tell me. I remember he used to get up at 6 a.m. for his workouts, and I think one of the workouts was a 5-mile run. And I remember I told him. I said, waking up at 6 to run 5 miles is not something I was ever made for. I could not do that. Not at all.
No, I agree. I think I said this last time, but my foot-eye coordination is so bad.
Would have been rolled an ankle by now.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Forget about foot-eye coordination. My general coordination just isn't good enough to do it.
Fair enough. We should probably talk a little bit about women's soccer. I don't want to.
Before we move on, I would just like to throw this out there that maybe we inspired men's soccer after we made fun of them and called them highlighters for the the jackets.
That is true.
Oh, wow.
Have you seen their
I have not.
Okay, their warm-up jackets are like black vests with like neon green sleeves.
Oh wow.
And we were making fun of them pretty bad last week.
Yeah, maybe they heard us and then that like that.
Maybe they did. Maybe
we lit a fire under them.
Maybe it was some inspiration. I feel like, in all honesty, we also inspired women's volleyball because
I'm gonna say you inspired women's volleyball because you were the one who came on for the first pod and you were all like you were ready to go just to like rip into them, but
I was.
He was like disappointed that he couldn't be more mad at them.
I was so upset that they choked the lead and lost the game that I went to. They have not lost a single home match since then.
Oh wow.
They lost it to Norbert's at Norbert's.
Okay.
Which I know Norbert's is a tough team in a lot of different sports. But they haven't lost at home since then. So there's one of two things. Either I inspired them by almost going at them and then not, or my presence at the game is what makes them lose. That's a possibility as well.
I'm kind of leaning towards the second one now.
I'm a little scared about it. Like, I want to go support the team, but I also don't want to make
Okay, well, you know, all we need to do is I think you need to go to a game, and if they are losing, then you're going to have to, like, leave during the game, and then if they come back.
Then that's when you'll know right there.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, okay.
We'll bring them to the game and we'll just have them like go in and out of the building like in, 15-minute intervals just to see what happens.
Keep checking the score.
Yeah, exactly. They start winning points as soon as I'm out the door. It's like the door closes, they start winning. Door opens, I'm in. They start losing. I'm so superstitious like that. I have like random little things that I just like I can't do when I play sports, when I watch them. Just like, do you have any like on the football team? Do you guys have any like superstitions that you?
I'm trying to think. I know for me, I pray before every game, and we always do a team. We always do a team prayer.
Yeah.
But I know for me, like, you know, I always pray that, you know, like, you know, God keeps me safe, and then also like you know, my great grandfather and my uncle that passed when I was a freshman, and my auntie as well. Those three people were very like influential. Those two people were very influential in my life, and a couple others. Really, you know, whoever really comes to my mind when I'm praying before the game. But I always do my own prayer because, like, you know, dangerous sport. You know, I've been playing. Yeah. I've been blessed to play it since I was about 10, and you know, knock on wood, I've never missed a game before. I miss practice here and there, but, you know, been lucky to never miss a game. And, you know, it's all through the grace of God that I've been able to, like stay not 100% healthy. Like, Coach Tresky has a quote that's saying no football player in a span of a season is 100% healthy. Like nothing wrong, no aches, no pains, nothing. So I've been blessed to play at least 85% or 80% healthy, because, you know, you always have those. The after day, you know, hard to walk, you know, sometimes hard to get out of bed, and, you know, after a game, it's really hard to do anything. So, you know, I'm been blessed, and, you know, God willing, that I'm able to go out here every single day and, you know, put my life on the line for my boys, and, you know, so that's something that I do before every game, and then again, like I said, we do a team prayer before and after the game, you know, no matter the outcome. And I don't think anybody really has superstitions. I know a lot of guys, you know, they take time to themselves. Like, some guys will walk the field. I stretch by myself before the game. I just like to be by myself sometimes. And, you know, I've met some guys on the team that don't even talk until the ball is kicked off. Like literally, you know, like literally. And he'll hate me for busting them out. But Tony Ziegler, one of our kickers. I pray after we go in to put our stuff on and get ready to come out as a team. I pray before that, and we're the only two that actually pray at that time. And so we'll walk back in the tunnel at the same time. And it'll be so many times I go to put my fist out or like go to like say something to him, and he's completely silent. He doesn't talk. Like, he doesn't do anything. And it's not just me, because Coach Tresky will come up to him before the ball's kicked off and like try to dap him up. He won't even dap up Coach Tresky. He's told me, he's done this since. He's done that since middle school. So, like, who are we to tell him that he can't do it? So, you know, he's very locked in.
Yeah, I get that. Now I feel a little bit stupid about my superstition.
Yeah, I feel like what he's describing, I guess you classify that more as like a routine than like a superstition.
Yeah,
but everybody's got like their routine that they follow.
Yeah, but you got like this powerful, like, I pray before every game, like this is what this means to me, etc. Mine is literally like, if I touch a towel, I lose. Like if I touch a towel during my tennis matches, I always lose. I don't know what it is. It's just like something, but that's like
I'm gonna come to one of John's tennis matches just with a towel.
Do not do it. Man. I've been winning, and opponents will like offer me a towel because like people have towels and you're sweaty, you know, whatever, and I'll like take it to be nice. I lose. It's like
it's the towel's fault.
Yeah, it is.
It's the towel.
Absolutely.
Those towels are out to get you.
Don't take any responsibilities.
Me and the guys on the track team, we have a superstition, and you know, if we drop the baton, or like, you know, if the baton hits the ground, his baton hits the ground at any point, you know, we're all like, oh, we're gonna run bad, we're gonna run terrible. Our old coach, Coach Kramer, he was real big on like, there's no such thing as superstitions, it's all myth. Yeah. So I'll never forget first practice we're ever doing handoffs. we have this bag where we keep all the batons. He takes the whole bag and he just dumps all the batons on the ground. We all hear it, and everybody turns around. Everybody's just frantic. Everybody's like, why is he doing that? Why is he doing that? He looks at all of us. He's like, it's day one. I'm getting all this out. I'm getting this all this out of the way. So I don't want to hear anybody talk about it. If we drop a baton in a race, it was because I did this. Don't do it. Okay, just push the baton through a person's hand. Keep it open. Keep the hand high. You'll never drop a baton. But we're getting all these superstitions out right now.
That's fantastic.
I like that. I love that.
That's fantastic.
That's awesome. Because I feel like with the superstitions, like the big thing with it is it's not. You act like the thing itself is like what's causing you to win or lose, but I mean what it really is it's like how that alters your mental state.
Yeah,
like if you've got it like wired into your brain that if this happens, like you're screwed.
Yes.
You probably will be just because like that's the mental approach you have and the mental state you have at that point. So like getting past like the mental block of it, that's like the big thing for just completely like getting over that stuff.
Absolutely. Yes. No, I do see that as well. Like playing and having random superstitions. Like if I just try to ignore them, then I play better. Like if I actually like allow.
So the solution is we got to have John just like religiously touching towels.
Just put me in a room. Put me in like a sauna. Just with like towels everywhere.
We're gonna get you over this, and then we're gonna get you to win after like touching a towel.
We're
gonna get you to win after touching a towel. Like
I'll just like hold it up.
This sounds
try them.
Now you gotta understand. If he loses when we give him this towel, then we're in the worst trouble known to man.
Then you gotta explain that to my coach.
Yes.
But no, I gotta get rid of my superstitions for sure. But no, I think that's. I forgot that you do track as well. Like that's. Has practices started for track?
They have been from what I've heard and what I've seen in the emails I get. They have this was their first week starting practice.
Okay.
So they've been just doing some they've been doing some weightlifting and technical stuff, and they won't. I think somebody told me they won't be going to the actual field to the track to actually work out. I believe the 15th. So that's when I'll be able to see them and stuff. So
fair enough. Cool.
So I. Not to like backtrack a little bit here. I went on Urban Dictionary and there is an official phobia for fear of towels.
Oh wow!
No.
Oh wow! It is right here.
This is from Urban Dictionary, so take it for what it's worth. But apollophobia, the fear of towels, specifically the rough texture.
Oh wow!
It does have a note in here that says soft beach towels are exempt.
It's not. Yeah, but it's not like the texture of the towel. It's just the towel itself.
The presence of the towel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like. Yeah, I don't want to go into it. I'm getting over it. I'm getting over my apollophobia. Yeah. Deep breath.
I'm just thinking about this. I'm like, there's got to be an official name for this because I feel like they have a phobia for everything.
There's a phobia.
There's
a phobia for everything for sure. But nah, I got some weird phobias, but we don't need to get into that. We really don't.
Okay.
We already talked about my weird superstitions.
So moving on from John's towel phobia, apollophobia, whatever you want to call it, we're gonna switch gears and talk about women's tennis a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit of women's tennis because men's tennis is no longer a season. We're all done.
Oh, so we're gonna have to wait till next year before we start.
You gotta wait till spring.
But, okay, now that you have the whole off season, like we should like put you through like an intense towel therapy session.
We got to. Have to.
It's
a must.
I will. I don't know. I'll. I mean, it's not like I never touch a towel. Like, I take showers.
Right.
And stuff.
No, John just comes out of the shower like sopping wet, refuses to like get a towel.
Air dry.
Man.
It takes a long time.
He's like a dog. He like comes out of the shower and
shake
he
it
just
off.
like shakes all the water off.
Yeah. All right. So women's tennis. So one thing that I've noticed about women's tennis, I haven't been able to make it to any of the matches this year. One thing I've noticed, they either sweep or they get swept.
Oh wow!
So the way that tennis works for us is you do 3 doubles matches, 6 singles matches. So you play doubles first, then you play singles, and that's where you get the 9 points from as a team. So either they will win all of the matches in the day or lose all of them. Like I saw the game the match that they played yesterday against Carroll, they lost 0-9. Like all of the matches except for I want to say like 1 or 2 this year have been either 9-0 or 0-9, which is just kind of crazy. I guess it means
all or nothing.
Yeah, I guess it means we're like middle of the pack. Like we're able to beat.
There's no in between with them.
Yeah. We're able to beat
one extreme or the other.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess like we're right in the middle. We're better than some teams.
Not
worse
so-
than other
yeah.
teams.
We could be better. We could be worse.
Yeah,
There's like
exactly. So,
high
you know.
high variance there in the performance.
Yeah, and okay, one thing about women's tennis that I'll never understand: their season is coming to a close. Their championship is in spring. With us, with the men's tennis team, it makes no sense to me whatsoever. And like one of my friends on the team, she's planning to study abroad in spring, so she
Yeah.
won't be there.
She won't be there for the
Yeah,
championship.
Well,
exactly. I will never understand why they do that. I mean, I get that it's getting colder, like they
Right.
probably have to move it inside,
Right.
but it's never made any sense to me.
No, that's weird to have like a huge gap in there like that. So
Right, because I don't think
that's-
any other sports do that.
No.
Like, case in point, I saw like women's golf has the NACC championships coming up right. I think starting this weekend. October 1st is the date that I
Yeah,
wrote down.
October 1st is what we have on here.
Yeah.
so-
So they'll be doing that. I think the men's is just coming up the next weekend after that. So they've got that to look forward to, and best of luck with that. I know we diverted off of golf because we know nothing about golf. I don't know if you know anything more.
I don't
Yeah.
really know anything
Yeah,
about golf.
see,
We
gotta
gotta
get
bring a golfer on.
We got to get
Yes.
a golf person in.
Yeah,
here.
we will,
So we'll get there eventually. We got time.
Yes, but they've got the championships coming up. I also saw that men's golf took first place at their event called Match Play at the Chalet, which is just
Chalet. That sounds really fancy.
exquisite.
Really
That's what that
fancy.
is. And the recap said that 6 of 7 players won their matches. I don't know what that means in the slightest, but it sounds good. So I'm gonna go ahead and
As long
say
as
that.
you
There we go.
see, as long as you see win, we're good.
Yeah, exactly,
As long as you
exactly.
see win, we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6 and 7 is pretty like that's
pretty
good.
good, yeah.
That's and we took first place, so I'll take that. And then I guess the final sport that we haven't really talked about is cross country. They had a little bit of a break after their Memphis trip that we talked about last time, but now they are hosting October 1st with the Warrior Invitational, both the men's and the women's. So if you're in the area, come on out and support the team, watch them run.
So that's also October 1st. So that's the same day as the golf championships.
Yeah,
for the
exactly.
women.
So
So
go-
we got a lot going on this coming weekend.
Go
So.
watch women's golf and cross country. You can just watch. You can just support the Warriors all day. We've got football playing Aurora
We are
on the
in,
first.
we
so
are,
you
in,
can
we
go
are
ahead
in
and support
Illinois. We
there.
are in Illinois for that one.
Oh yeah.
We're in-
It's
we're
fine.
in-
Drive down.
Well, yeah, drive
Drive down to
It's
Illinois.
not for that
It's
one.
fine. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll be good. But yeah.
No, I'll throw us out here as well. We got our final scrimmages for WLC baseball for the fall exhibition schedule.
Fair.
If anyone wants to come out to Newman Family Field and
Nice.
watch us split the roster up, we're just playing against each other.
Nice.
But it's baseball, so if you want to watch baseball, come by. You can say hi to me. I'll be doing my coaching data fancy stuff back there. So, yeah, a lot going on this weekend. So try to
There
get
is.
out and watch someone do something. So
Yes.
hopefully a good something.
Yes. Hopefully. I think we've got a good shot. For sure.
I think so. Yeah.
But
All right. Is that going to do it for us this week then?
I think so.
All right.
So.
The plan right now, I believe, is to come back again next week.
Yes, we'll do.
We're going to have some updates for you on some of these events that we talked about here. But we really wanted to bring Jalen in and just talk about the homecoming win because you don't really want to let that sit for like 3 weeks. And then, like what are we supposed to do if like WLC football like things do not go well the next week and then we got to bring someone on? So about that homecoming win.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We had to get to them while they're hot. But they're gonna
Right.
win. They got the hot streak going now.
Yeah,
You guys are gonna
we do.
win down in
So,
Illinois.
yes.
Oh yeah, I was not implying that you guys are like a lock to lose or anything. That's not where I was trying to go with
He
that.
was.
But
He's- he
So,
doesn't
yeah,
believe-
I'm
he doesn't believe in the
actually
process.
secretly rooting against WLC football. I'm actually infuriated about the homecoming win, but no.
But no, yeah. Thank you, Jalen, for coming
No
in.
problem
We
at all.
really appreciate it.
Thanks for
It's a
having
blast.
me.
Thank you to everyone who's listening to this as well. As always, if you or anyone you know are involved in a sport and you want to come on here and tell us how wrong we are when we talk about this stuff and actually like impart some knowledgeable wisdom, please give us a call, text, email, something.
Please.
Just so that we hear from you. I think right now we're going to try to get someone in next week to talk about the yoga instructor for volleyball.
Oh, wow.
I like that.
Yeah, so we're going to see if we can pull that off. But until next time, that's going to do it for us. Thank you all for listening. The end.